There's always kids in this yogurt place. And I shouldn't get mad. That's who should be in there, small children and their parents. But I really wish parents, if you have 7 children with you, and I'm not kidding, there's usually like, it's like one parent is taking their kids and then like the neighbor's kids. And you see like a 40-something woman in her Pilates clothes. Can you just let her go first? I'll pay real quick. I won't even pay with cash, which I'm wont to do with smaller transactions. I'll use my card. I'll get in, I'll get out. Do you really get, Billy, Jimmy, Bill, everyone put your things down. Oh, where did he go? I'm like, my shit's melting, lady. I'm in menopause. My hands are hot. Can I go first? So I'm at the yogurt place, and there's kids everywhere, but thank God they're all sitting down. I'm the only one in line. I get through the line. And I hear this woman. I don't see her right away. I turn around, but I hear this woman go, and don't forget, Johnny is your uncle, and he's got a husband named Steven. Okay? And she's screaming it. So I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to turn around and see Johnny and his husband, Steven. And this woman's introducing them for the first time to some kids. And I turn around, it's just a woman sitting with 2, maybe 4-year-olds. And they're like, you know, when kids just like, you can tell they're listening because in 2 weeks they'll come up to you and go, where's Johnny and his husband, Steve? But in the moment, you're getting nothing from them. It's like talking to someone who just got out of anesthesia. They're like, that's so great. Hi. And they're just licking a spoon and, you know, wiping marshmallow fluff on their face. And the mom is talking and she's like, or I don't know if it's a mom, but the woman, okay. And they're like, and she's like, and then my brother, which is your Uncle Bobby, he has a boyfriend named Timothy. Okay? And they're like, all right. And I'm like, what is this conversation? So she's got 2 gay guys in the family, and they're both in quality relationships, is what I'm hearing. One's married, one's got a boyfriend. Now, I'm trying to figure out her angle. Is she about to bring the kids around to the homes of these men and men in her life? Is she worried about some latent homophobia that children would have? Or not latent, but like she thinks like their natural reaction to 2 men would be homophobia, which we all know with children it's not. That's learned. But that's fine, you know, tell your kids all about those gay men that get married. But I mean, I couldn't figure it out. And I was like, what if she's just super bitter? Oh, and it's just coming out in this weird way. And the kids are like trying to talk about other things. You know, maybe they're like, when can we watch Sesame Street? Or I don't know what TV show kids watch now. In my day, it was Sesame Street. When can we watch Boopy Doopy and the Hoopy Doopy? Kids, I want to remind you, my brother, Bobby, has a boyfriend. Timothy. Isn't that rich? Bobby. The eternal bachelor. You know? He used to sit on the couch naked after he got back from the gym with his sweaty balls. And it was a cream-colored couch. And I said, you know, who is going to love you? You stink. Meanwhile, I got stood up at the prom, junior and senior, never had a boyfriend in college. My roommates did. I'd stand outside the door while they were having sex. I would listen. I wasn't trying to listen, but they was so loud. I was like, surely, is anyone that good in bed? I mean, so here comes Timothy. I mean, all of a sudden, Timothy's moving in with my brother Bobby. I'm like, you know, he sits on the couch with his naked butt all sweaty. And Timothy's like, no, he doesn't. And Bobby's like, Susie, that was one time. Why are you acting like I'm unlovable because of that one time? And she's like, I don't know. men are impossible. It's impossible to find a man. And Bobby's like, I found lots of men. Oh, it's different when you're gay. And he's like, not really. I had a lot of discrimination my whole life. Shut up. Anyway. Oh, great. You've had discrimination your whole life. And then all of a sudden, it's legal to get married. And here you go. It's been legal for me the whole time. No one wanted to marry me. You'd think I was the one who was in this situation for most of her life where it was illegal. Maybe it's just illegal to marry me. I mean, maybe she's just so bitter and that's the only thing on her mind. And they're like, they're not even her kids. It's like, she's got another sister who's like, Susie, can you take the kids? I am exhausted. I've been, doing these Zoom meetings from home and it's just crazy. She's like, oh, sure, I'll take your kids. What else do I have to do? I'm just an old maid. Well, go to Frozen Yogurt. I've got a phone number there. I get discounts. You buy 100, you get one free. As long as you buy the 100 within a 2-week period. Don't worry, I do. All right, kids. Well, and then she just goes into her thing. And these guys are married. Well, good for them. Good for them. I really wanted to know. And I stood there for a while and just sort of listened at the door, just lingered a little bit, pretending I was organizing things in my purse. I don't know why. I should just be able to stand there. She doesn't have to assume I'm listening to her, but it kind of was obvious that I was. And she didn't say anything more, maybe because I was standing there listening, but I got to know what that was all about. I don't have an ending to the story because there isn't one. Don't blame me. She didn't wrap it.